I wanted to take a couple of minutes and play a quick game with y'all, if we could.
Yeah.
As we're getting ready for that, I do want to remind folks that we do have some lines open. We're going to be here at 512-686-0279. Again, that's 512-686-0279. And so jumping into that, what I'm going to do here is give y'all, we're going to be talking about some comedy legends. Right, some famous women in comedy, and I'm going to give you just a couple of trivia facts as we go. First person to figure out who it is and shout out the name wins a point, and I'm just going to keep giving more information until somebody gets it.
Okay,
we got the games?
How far back does this go?
How far back? I'm 22. Got the advantage here. I should be competing. I think 1960 would be about the cutoff.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. First comedian. She's a published author. She does many roles behind the scenes as well as in front of the camera. She's not only funny, but she is a LGBTQIA activist. And
Ellen? Is it Ellen?
No.
Oh.
Close in a lot of ways. Ellen, but also a activist and a member of the Black community.
Oh, Issa Rae.
Close.
Shonda Rhimes.
She's quite the stand-up comedian.
Wanda Sykes.
Bessie the Count, Wanda Sykes.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I like that you're like ready to jump in there.
Yeah, you've got.
You gotta get more aggressive here. This is gonna get messy real quick. Okay. All right. Somebody who in an older era guest starred on many game shows. Eventually went on to have her own show.
Oh, Carol Burnett.
You're right in the neighborhood. This is the first woman to win a daytime Emmy.
Lucille Ball?
And her golden years have not slowed her
Betty
down.
White.
Sorry. I mean, I'm basically resigned to my fate at this point.
No, we
thanks for
got a few
including
more.
me.
We got a few more. Okay. This young actress does not do stand-up, but is still super funny. She also has quite the singing voice. She's dabbling in producing and turning into a triple threat. Her name suits her as she breaks all of the rules, and she crushed it. She's known for a very slapstick sense of humor. She's known for being body accepting and body positive. She's had a lead role in Super Fun Night as well as the Pitch Perfect movies.
No, God, what's her name? I forget her name.
Are they on SNL?
Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson.
Yikes. Oh, killing me. Okay. All right. A comic whose first big hit was far from a comedy. Her next big hits were all action comedies, including, and this is true, one where she starred opposite a velociraptor / T-Rex as a detective. Y'all, you're too young for this. It's fine.
Okay. I want to see this.
She's been married 3 times. She is the only comedian that I'm aware of to have ever starred in Star Trek. And she has very... Tig Notaro was on Star Trek?
Yeah, the most recent one.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Okay. The more you know. And she is known for having very strong views that she often shares on TV.
Every comedian.
And
does
literally
nobody love
everyone
Whoopi Goldberg? All right.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh.
It's like literally everyone's been on Star Trek at one point.
Oh, The View.
The View. Yeah. Okay. All right. Last one. This is somebody who got her start as a stand-up comic. She was once named Showtime's funniest person. She has won 30 Emmys. 30 Emmys, 20 People's Choice Awards. 2 of her shows are actually named after her. And if you haven't guessed it yet, you should just keep
Ellen?
swimming. Yes, it's Ellen.
She had 2 shows.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
Man, I feel so old right now. Nobody remembers Ellen? Okay. All right. All right.
I mean, like the talk show.
Yeah, so she had so listen here, young ladies, and let me school you on the history of your people.
This is embarrassing.
But no, it was a huge moment when Ellen, the character on the television program Ellen, came out as gay.
Right.
That, I mean, you can in a lot of ways like split network comedies in half pre and post that announcement, which was just almost 22 years ago, as I recall. And was significant. I mean, without that, you don't have Rosie coming out a few years later. You don't have a lot of things. It was pretty meaningful in terms of queer representation on film. And even though the show was past its prime at that point and kind of wrapped shortly afterwards, they left with a lot of dignity. It was not what we were previously used to in terms of that being just the end of a career. You know, I mean, never mind to say that Ellen has gone on to win like an unprecedented number of Emmys. I don't know why our culture has this weird habit of taking our greatest, brightest, most wonderful up-and-coming stars and giving them shitty talk shows that nobody watches. Like R.I.P. Seth Meyers. Like, I miss you, buddy. You used to do funny things, and now it's. I don't understand why talk shows still exist in 2019, but that's a whole separate conversation.
Dude, I feel like Trevor
You say on a talk
Noah
show.
could have had such a good like sitcom or something instead of like not like the Daily Show's still good, but like it's he could have had like a really amazing.
Oh, his stand-up is amazing.
Yeah. He's oh gosh, so good.
R.I.P.
Pour one out for the
Yeah, right.